Okay, in this video, we're going to go over this part through this part right here. So it's a couple blanks right in here. And so we're going to start right here. And this is asking to analyze the purchase contract. Now, I want you to notice that this is not a purchase transaction. This assignment is for other estimate market value. So if you look in the work file, you'll see that this one doesn't even have a sales contract because this is not a purchase. So if that's the case, then we need all of this cleared out. It could have said anything in there, and if so, you need to erase it and leave all of that blank. Same thing with the contract price, data contract. All of this needs to be blank no matter what. Okay, so now we'll look at another one where we do need that information. This is a purchase right here. So you see purchase. All right, so I did not analyze the contract for sale, blah, blah. We will always say I did. We always analyze the contract. Now, almost every appraisal we do will be an arm's length sale. So arm's length sale you'll see up here if you have to type it in. Most of the reports that you write are already going to have this part in there, but if they're not, I want to show you. You do arm's length sale up there, and then you do the quick list typical. And that's all written in your notes if you forget. After that, contract price, which you may have already done from a previous step, but we're going to look at that again. So the first place I always look for that is the order form. So let me open that up right here. So it says sales price $287.65. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste that into my report. There we go. Right there. I don't even know why. Oh, it said that because I have the dollar sign in there. I need to remove that. Okay. Now, date of contract. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing. For date of contract, let me go back to that work file, 87 Blue Mill. So they have two different contracts for us here. This looks like the main one. Yeah. And so we're going to look through this, and we have to find, so real estate sales contract. You look at everything they give us. They give us, I don't know, it looks like 40 pages. We have to sift through it and see what's actually important. So we need to look through the sales contract. There's not going to be any signatures on page 1 or page 2, page 3. Keep going, signature page. So real estate sales contract, you see all the signatures. Now, there are multiple different signature dates. There's the purchaser signatures, there's the real estate agent, and then there's the sales administrator. This is the one that we're looking for, this number right here. So 12/11/17 is what we're looking for. So 12/20/17. I also need to note that it has to be formatted this way. You have to do 2 numbers for the month, 2 numbers for the date, and then all 4 numbers for the year. Okay, now is the property seller the owner of public record? So let's look at the purchase contract. It says the seller is the sales administrator for Chesmar Homes. So that's who signed the contract, and the seller, and now we need to check the owner of public record, which we would have already looked at earlier from a previous step, but I'm going to just double check right now because we're doing this on a new one. So I'm going to pull up the tax. It says Chesmar Homes Ltd. So yes, the seller who signed it is the owner of public record. Data source, that's already going to be typed in there. You don't really have to edit that field. But if you are copying over one where that's blank, say contract/MCAD, which means the Montgomery County Appraisal District. Now the next part. Is there any financial assistance paid on behalf of the borrower? There usually is when we do these new construction deals. Sometimes it's not, but the way we find that out is we have to pull back up that purchase contract, And I'm going to show you several places where that's written. So on this one, they give us a nice kind of overview page, this one right here. And remember, we got that from the contract right here. So they say closing costs only $2,500. So that's actually the answer that we're looking for, but I'm going to show you another place where that's written, just in case they don't give us this page here. You'll want to look for a finance addendum. So we're still looking at the sales contract. Finance disclosure addendum. There we go. All right, type of loan, conventional loan, and then read this part right here. Seller will pay the owner's title policy and mortgage title policy with endorsements. Seller will pay up to $2,500 in closing costs. So we're going to write that in the field. So $2,500, the seller is contributing $2,500 towards closing costs. And that's it for this one.